Farmers, imagine turning your farm waste into gold, right on your land. But how long does this magical transformation take? Many of you ask this crucial question: how quickly can you start seeing the benefits of your own organic compost? The answer might surprise you, bringing immense value to your fields. In this video, we will show you exactly how to make high-quality vermicompost using an easy, step-by-step method. You will learn which specific earthworm species are best, what materials to feed them, and the incredible benefits this soil's elixir offers your crops. Get ready for practical, field-proven knowledge. By adopting this simple vermicomposting technique, you can dramatically improve your soil health, boost crop yields, and significantly reduce your farm's input costs. Picture healthier plants, richer soil, and increased profits from your harvest. This method is a pathway to sustainable and more profitable farming. Farmers, we know you have many questions about making vermicompost. We are going to answer the most important ones, giving you practical, scientific knowledge directly from agricultural research. Understanding these details will help you implement vermicomposting efficiently and reap its full benefits for your farm's productivity and economic health. This guide covers everything from site selection to harvesting and application. Vermicompost is an incredible soil amendment produced through an aerobic biodegradation process. It uses specific earthworm species to break down organic waste into a rich, nutrient-dense material. It is not just a fertilizer. It acts as a powerful soil conditioner and biostimulant, enhancing soil fertility and ensuring long-term agricultural sustainability. This transformation of waste into a valuable resource is key for modern farming. For optimal vermicomposting, epigeic earthworm species are best, specifically Eisenia foetida, known as the red wiggler, or Eudralis eugenii, the African nightcrawler. These particular species are highly efficient decomposers, quickly processing organic matter into high-quality vermicompost. Their rapid feeding and reproduction rates make them ideal for commercial and on-farm production, ensuring a speedy conversion of your waste materials. To feed your earthworms, use a diverse mix of organic wastes. This includes finely chopped crop residues from varieties like HD 2967 feet wheat stubble or Pusa 44 feet paddy straw, vegetable waste, and fruit peels. You can also add fresh or partially decomposed cow dung or buffalo dung. Avoid woody materials, large quantities of citrus, or fresh poultry manure due to its high ammonia content, which can harm the worms. When setting up your vermicompost beds, choose a shaded, well-ventilated location, ideally under a tree or a simple shed. This protects the earthworms from direct sunlight and heavy rainfall. The ideal ambient temperature for earthworm activity is 20 to 30 degrees Celsius. Construct beds directly on a slightly sloped, well-drained soil surface, or within concrete pits. A manageable bed size is 3 meters in length, 1 meter in width, and 0.6 meters in height. Maintaining consistent moisture is crucial for earthworm health and efficient composting. The bedding material and feed should have a moisture content of 50 to 60%, which is considered field capacity. This range is vital for earthworm respiration and mobility within the bed. Overwatering can lead to anaerobic conditions, harming the worms, while underwatering will dehydrate them, reducing their activity and survival. Regularly sprinkle water to maintain this ideal moisture. When introducing earthworms, aim for a stocking density of 1 to 2 kilograms of earthworms per square meter of bed surface. This translates to approximately 1000 to 2000 worms per square meter, ensuring rapid processing of your organic waste. Gently place the earthworms on the surface of the pre-wetted bedding material. They will naturally burrow into the substrate within a few hours as they seek food and shelter, beginning their decomposition work. Your vermicompost will typically be ready for harvest within 60 to 90 days. The exact timing depends on the type of feed material used and the density of your earthworm population. The finished product will be a dark brown to black, crumbly, and odorless material, resembling fine granular soil. This rich, uniform texture indicates that the organic waste has been fully processed by the earthworms, creating a high-quality soil amendment. Protecting your earthworms from pests and adverse conditions is essential. Keep common pests like ants, rodents, and birds away from your vermibeds. Monitor the bed temperature, ensuring it does not rise above 35 degrees Celsius, as excessive heat can be detrimental to the worms. If you observe fungal growth, it usually indicates excess moisture, so reduce your watering. Pests such as mites or centipedes often signal an imbalance in moisture or feed. To harvest your finished vermicompost, first stop feeding the worms for 7 to 10 days. Then, allow the bed to dry slightly. This encourages the earthworms to migrate downwards. You can then manually harvest the top layers of the vermicompost. For a finer product, use a sieve with a 3 to 4 mm mesh to separate the finished compost from any remaining undigested material and the worms. Return the worms and any uncomposted material to a fresh bed to restart the production cycle. Vermicompost significantly enhances soil health. Its application, typically 2 to 5 tons per hectare annually, dramatically increases soil organic carbon percentage, often from below 0.5% to over 1.2%. It improves soil aggregate stability, essential for good structure, and enhances water holding capacity, particularly in sandy loams, moving them closer to optimal field capacity. Vermicompost also buffers soil pH towards the ideal range of 6.0 to 7.0 and reduces electrical conductivity in saline soils by improving drainage. Vermicompost provides a balanced supply of essential macro and micronutrients in plant available forms. Nitrogen is crucial for vigorous vegetative growth and tilling in cereals like HD 2967 feet wheat, which has a yield potential of 5 to 6 t per hectare, or Pusa 44 feet paddy, with a 4 to 5 t per hectare potential. Phosphorus supports root development, flowering, and grain fill. Potassium enhances disease resistance. It also naturally contains vital micronutrients like zinc, iron, boron, manganese, and copper, reducing the need for specific supplements. For optimal crop nutrition, apply 2 to 5 tons of vermicompost per hectare annually. This can be done basally at sowing or broadcast during tilling, around 20 to 25 days after sowing for wheat. For high-yielding wheat varieties like HD 2967 feet, vermicompost can boost grain yield by 10 to 15%. In maize hybrids such as Pioneer 30 volts 92, it enhances nutrient uptake and stress resilience, leading to better cob formation. Improved zinc availability from vermicompost can prevent Kharia disease in paddy, reducing the need for 25 kg per hectare zinc sulfate. Crops grown with vermicompost exhibit improved germination rates, stronger root systems, and enhanced vigor throughout their life cycle. Healthier plants, fortified by vermicompost, naturally develop greater resistance to common pests and diseases. This can significantly reduce the frequency and dosage of synthetic crop protection chemicals, such as mancozeb for early blight or clopyrifos for stem borer. Stronger plants are inherently less susceptible to infections like rust, potentially lessening reliance on fungicides like propiconazole during critical phenological stages. Maintaining a healthy and active earthworm population is key for continuous vermicompost production. By returning harvested worms and any undigested material to fresh beds, you ensure the cycle of decomposition continues without interruption. The efficiency of species like Eisenia foetida and Eudralis eugenii means they rapidly process organic matter, sustaining a robust population that consistently transforms farm waste into valuable compost. This allows for an ongoing, self-sustaining process on your farm. Implementing vermicomposting offers substantial economic advantages. You can significantly reduce expenditure on synthetic NPK fertilizer, which can cost 2,000 rupees minus 4,000 rupees per hectare for a typical wheat crop, and micronutrient supplements. Enhanced soil health and balanced nutrition lead to higher crop yields, potentially an additional 0.5 to 1.0 ton per hectare for wheat. For instance, a 10% yield increase for wheat, from 5.5 t per hectare to 6.05 t per hectare, can generate an additional 9,900 rupees per hectare in gross revenue, while simultaneously reducing your input costs. Please like this video, share it with fellow farmers, and subscribe to the AgriPlus channel.